Mr. Tobias Ragge, Chief Operational Officer of HRS. Welcome to Poland.
Thank you very much.
First, I wanted to ask you about your history in the company, because you started, we can say, from the very beginning in the organization, not from being the manager. What's the story?
Well, my father founded the company 42 years ago, and he basically built it from scratch. So it's a classical self-made story. Saw the idea that hotels are treating their guests not so nicely in the 70s. That's why the travel agents were not dealing with hotels, so he thought about building this service. And then it's a classical self-made story, you know, at home, when your dad is away, you get interested, why is he away? And so you get involved at some point in the future. And I basically got involved as a little kid, you know, doing postages in my summer vacation, working in the call center, so not delivering newspapers, but working call center. And this is how I got involved in the organization. And then after I went to high school, I basically got out of it and studied, worked somewhere else. And then I came back and said, okay, it's a great opportunity, so I want to use it. And here I am, so now 10 years later, a little bit older, but a lot of experience richer.
Okay, you started with the company. You never had an idea to escape totally and do something else?
Well, sure, I had ideas to do something different, and I definitely would be an entrepreneur today because I'm just not a person for big organizations. I'm not politically correct enough, and I want to drive things. So, no, for me, it was always clear to become an entrepreneur. The opportunity was there. And my dad and myself, we got along, so I gave it a shot. Yeah. It worked out, and here I am.
And you are the second generation that is actually turning a company into something really new, because you are modern and you are mobile, and this is one of your focuses, isn't it?
Well, the organization always transforms over 42 years. So when I joined 10 years ago, we were like 100 people, 120 people. Now we're 1,300. You know, we were a German company. Now we're in 18 different markets with people. And technology has been an embracer of this. So the internet was already there, but mobile and the big boom of smartphones, tablets, this is something which just came in the last 5 years. So, and if you are, we're an entrepreneur-driven company, we're independent, which is, I think, you don't have a lot of OTAs globally or independent. Then you need to be at the forefront of technology or you just get eaten by the big guys.
Okay, there is a lot of competition, as you mentioned. What differentiates you apart from mobile technologies, of course?
I think customer orientation is a key differentiator for us. Second, content. I think we build a lot of content, but really specialized on the hotel. And third, also our specialization when it comes to customer segments. So we are not trying to be everything to everybody. We're trying to build dedicated services for the leisure side where we have a more deal-oriented product, and especially to our very strong side, the corporate business. So where we're also building dedicated services and technology. And I think this really, the clear focus on accommodation paired with technology is really a big differentiator in the game.
Okay, I saw your team today. There were people who were giving the awards. They all are young, very young people, I would say. Is this kind of a focus of a company to have young people on board?
No, it's not the focus to say, okay, we want young people. It's just the average age is 33. And our focus is to have motivated people, agile people, and people who like change. Okay, so when we have onboarding, I say, okay, if you don't like change, this company is hell on earth. If you like change, if you like the challenges and a dynamic environment with a lot of people who are motivated, then this is an awesome place to work. And I think this is why you probably see a lot of more younger people than maybe older people. But it's not that we have an issue, young, old, black, white, female, male. It doesn't really matter to us. It's not a record side for us.
We spoke business. Let's speak private life a little bit, because you are your company. It's basically family owned. How do you recharge your batteries? Where do you find new ideas for business?
First of all, I don't recharge so often, but when I do, I recharge them fully. So it means, I make sure I have a good big break every 6 months, and then every 3 months I take a short weekend break. In these weekends, and I'm just doing nothing. And on my vacation, I can also, people don't believe it, but I can really do not any operational stuff. I just think about strategic things. and I go to the most deserted places on this planet, in the most nicest hotels on the planet, and just do basically nothing and then enjoy life. So this is how I do it.
So what is your favorite hotel in the world?
An often asked question. So far, I would say to the one I've been, leisure-wise, private-wise, it would be probably Hilton Rangali Island, Conrad Hilton. So that's really very special place, I think. I've been there 3 times already, so it needs to be nice. And business-wise, the Peninsula Hotel in Tokyo. That's my favorite.
All right, thank you so much for the interview. Enjoy your stay in Poland and the rest of the dinner.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.